Early into 2023, there's an emerging solution to the work from home versus office debate. The gist: life chained to desks and stinky shared offices 40 hours per week will soon become a relic. That's because in 2023, there's a massive shift underway to a hybrid working style. Before splashing out on pricey office furniture this year, check out the implications of the emerging hybrid work standard. When the world locked down in 2020, worker productivity actually increased. Even so, a big generational gap continues to cause friction.
What would you say you do here?
I deal with the goddamn customers so the engineers don't have to. I have people skills. I am good at dealing with people. Can't you understand it? What the hell is wrong with you people?
By some counts, 9 out of 10 employers now want their workers back in the offices full-time. From the management perspective, working in the office will improve communication, creativity, and productivity. And that's because, from a boomer management perspective, physically captive employees are easier to motivate.
Let me walk you down the list right now of what's going on here and why I don't think it's going to change. Because I've got lots of HR people, lots of different companies, investments in all 11 sectors. Let's get down the list, all right? Number one, I don't want to increase the world's carbon footprint by commuting to work every day.
How dare you?
Number two, I do not want to live and work in a high-rise where the air is poisoned.
Okay.
That's new. We never used to hear that a couple of years ago, but that's probably COVID-based, and it's true. Most of these high-rise buildings have really crappy HVAC in them because they're really old. They've already proven, this is number 3 in the hit parade, that they can work remotely and productively and have been doing it for 2.5, 3 years. Number 4, they're raising families, and they want to do it in affordable communities, hundreds of miles away from HQ, and they don't want to change because they're getting great schools. And then there's this whole thing about cities like New York, Chicago, San Francisco, LA. They're war zones. People don't want to go there and get their watch stolen or assaulted or whatever else. That just happened recently. And they even say lunch costs them an extra $150 to $200 when they have to buy it downtown. They'd rather make it at home.
So Kevin made 6 points in support of working from home. No commuting reduces the carbon footprint. Shared offices are unsanitary. People who work from home are more productive. Working from home helps parents with kids. Working in cities is expensive and dangerous. Downtown lunches cost more than eating at home. And we're going to add one more. The human brain is not designed to be productive in 8-hour blocks. Instead, it reaches a peak after around 90 minutes. Then, taking a 20-minute break will help your brain to recharge. Working from home, that's your time to play with the dog. Do some stretches, or even go down for a power nap. Then, you're ready for another 90 minutes of high-intensity production. After that, take another 20 minutes to recharge. 90-minute sprints, 20-minute breaks. Sadly, pulling that off in a shared office isn't usually possible.
Yeah, and Kevin, those things are things you cannot ignore, but you can't also ignore the fact that teamwork and being part of a team makes everyone better. You can see the buzz. you can see them working together. If you can do your job remotely without interacting with other people, somebody can do it from somewhere else in the world. If we go into a choppy time period, the leverage that employees have today, it kind of goes away. We're talking about very highly paid, highly skilled employees who are essential, but when things pull back, they're high cost.
According to the New York Times, as the economy slows down, companies are using the perk of remote work instead of higher salaries to make jobs more attractive. As well, according to Forbes, forcing employees back to the office full-time breeds disengagement, fear, and distrust. In contrast, Stanford research shows that those who work from home are 9% more engaged than on-site office staff. Beyond threats to return or get fired, sentimentalism is also a common appeal.
I know myself that I would not be nearly as successful, have had as many opportunities, had I not had the opportunity to watch women and men who came before me.
Both sides make compelling arguments. But a hybrid solution stands out as the most logical compromise.
What we will see is that everything will be integrated into an ecosystem driven by big data and driven particularly by close cooperation of governments. This revolution will come at a breathtaking speed. It will be like a tsunami. And actually, it's not just a digital era.
According to the World Economic Forum, 90% of employees are reluctant to return to the office full-time. In contrast, the majority of those polled are in favor of a more flexible hybrid style. The emerging hybrid style has 4 potential modes. In the office, there should be spaces for people to work together, and also spaces for them to work alone, together. In late 2021, the office furniture industry began responding to hybrid trends. First, Steelcase kicked things off with a crazy office tent concept.
They've moved my desk 4 times already this year, and I used to be over by the window and I could see the squirrels, and they were married.
Then Herman Miller reported more companies willing to invest in premium workspaces. Plans in the works include improving office spaces, casual dress codes, pet-friendly offices, and childcare benefits. Meanwhile, trends are also solidifying on the work-from-home side. There, a single setup can handle working alone and working together with colleagues.
People skills. I am good at dealing with people. Can't you understand that? What the hell is wrong with you people?
The biggest hybrid benefit is the removal of this guy, in favor of a more natural Ultradian performance rhythm. Back in the old days, good back support was the only seating parameter needed to define a good desk chair. When locked in a cubicle, with no place to run, ergonomic office chairs are ideal. These have adjustable lumbar supports to keep the back straight while sitting. Limited reclines force workers to sit upright all day long. And since walking breaks aren't allowed, fancy sink tilt functions let captives move their hips while sitting. But these parameters are now outdated. In late 2021, the Handbook of Human Factors and Ergonomics made new parameters official. Neutral posture support while computing remains a bedrock priority. But technological evolution has forced 3 novel priorities into the foreground. The first is the need to address text neck syndrome. The second is the need for more movement to counteract growing sedentary computing times. Third is the need for disciplined health and fitness habits as a crucial part of the equation.
And being a professional athlete, that's a vital part of the. We teach our players to live healthy and be professionals, and that includes eating healthy, sleeping right, exercising. So we try to, I wouldn't say enforce it, but at least recommend it, and how it can affect your performance in the long run, and how it can prolong your career.
Combined, these give us a fresh, non-cubicle perspective on performance optimization at a desk. With an Ultradian rhythm in play, flexible, attractive full-back seating fits like a glove. That's why Herman Miller, IKEA, and other office chair makers are rushing their own full-back gaming chairs into the market. To learn more, visit chairsfx.com.